Hello everybody, it's Michael from GetFitOver40.com, and today we're going to talk about genetics. Are they important specifically to, weight training, losing weight, more the physical aspect type of thing, right? Obviously genetics play a role in intelligence and things like that. So, this is more or less physical stuff. Are genetics important for the physical aspects of your body? So, a little bit of a spoiler alert here. I'm going to just tell you right now so you don't have to wait till the end of the video to find the answer out. And that way, you might just be able to shut it off right now. Anyways, the answer is yes, genetics are important. So what's my take on it? How are they important? Like, how's that going to affect a lot of people or the average person? Well, I mean, the reality is we're all so different, right? And the main point I want to get across here is stop comparing yourself to other people, right? We're just so different, right? You look at one person and you might say, man, I wish I had their abs. Look at those abs. And that person, he might say to himself, yeah, I got pretty good abs, but then he's like, my arms are small, my biceps have a really crappy peak in them or whatever. So there's always something. He might have great abs, you might have great biceps, someone else has little tiny calves, super broad shoulders. Just stop comparing yourself to other people is my point. I mean, obviously there's other sides of genetics that play a huge role. Like, where does the fat get stored, right? Some people just put it in the craziest places. Some people are little on top, big on the bottom. Some people, as soon as they gain 5 pounds, it's like right in the face. Everybody is so different, right? I'm kind of fortunate. I tend to put it fairly evenly on myself, but I'm getting that 40-plus-year-old little tire area. If I don't watch it, that's where it goes, right? I definitely put weight on my face as well. I also lose it kind of late on my face, which is good because when I cut really hard, when I cut to those really crazy low body fats, like under 5%, at least I don't get super gaunt in my face because it holds the weight a little bit longer than other parts of my body. But, everybody's different. Everybody has the ability, their muscles respond differently to weight training. Some people have to just work out like crazy to see any gains whatsoever. Some people can just pick up any amount of weight, lift it a few times, and grow muscle. Everybody's different, right? So again, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. The main thing is you need to, if you have an area in your body, if you're weight training, obviously, one area, and people have said to me, oh, you've got, you must obviously have broad shoulders. But let me tell you, if I don't train, I do not have broad shoulders. I tend to be a little wider sideways. Like, people that have really broad shoulders, if you notice, they'll be this way wide. But what happens is they end up, if you look at them sideways, they tend to be kind of thinner sideways. It's just like the wider your shoulders go, everything else kind of narrows. So people that are kind of more, like, not so wide side to side tend to be thicker through the chest and back, right? And even their shoulder will be thicker that way. And so for me to sort of be the right amount of, ratios, I guess you could say, I have to train my shoulders a lot, especially the outer part of my shoulder, just to get that sort of width to them. And when posing, I have to pose a certain way to try and accentuate my shoulder width, whereas some guys are just naturally really, really broad. I'm not. But then again, I get that little bit thicker from the sides. So from the sides, I look a lot better than when I'm straight on. I look a little narrower. But that's something I have to work on, right? I'm very fortunate. I got nice chunky abs. My abs develop well. My arms develop well. My legs develop fairly evenly. So I've got a lot of things going for me. But, genetics, there's just nothing. You can't change your genetics. If you have a certain muscle shape to your arm or your tricep, if you have a long tricep, short tricep, no matter how much you work that out, you're not ever going to change that. If you put, like, no fat on your midsection, you're one of the lucky people. Your abs are going to be basically looking good even at 10 to 12%. Your abs are going to be awesome, right? Whereas some people could be at 7, 8% and still have a layer of fat on their abs if that's what the fat wants to stick to. So genetics play a huge role in so many ways when it comes to health and fitness. Obviously, metabolism issues, right? So some people have just quicker metabolisms, a little bit quicker. Now, it's not going to be drastic night and day. People use that excuse a lot, metabolism. Oh, he's got a fast metabolism, she doesn't, or whatever. He does, he doesn't. A lot of times that person just is busier. They have a more active life. They have a busier job. They're maybe training a little harder, right? Maybe they're not eating as much food, but they just are, like people say, I have a really fast metabolism. I don't. I just really manage my food and my exercise well. If I didn't, I would be like 250 pounds. I'm not joking. I could easily put on weight. It's not a problem. But I manage it through exercise and eating. So basically, my point is, I guess, genetics, how important a role are they in your development and everything? They're a huge factor, but don't compare yourself to other people. You're completely different than them. Work on yourself, make small improvements on yourself. Really what you need to do is look in the mirror, and if you're seeing improvements from day to day on yourself, if you're seeing like, you know, the things you want to developing, then that's really the goal. That's are you succeeding or not? That's really the most important thing, is look in the mirror. Are you making daily small improvements? All right, thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Until next time, take care.